Hello, welcome to a new episode of Stream Red. My name is Ken Small, and today we are talking about everything which is streaming related on YouTube. So I know that most of the streamers are over there at the purple place, which is Twitch, and then there's Facebook Gaming. But I also know that a lot of people sometimes think about changing the platform. So I want to talk to you about how streaming on YouTube. How does it feel? What is different here? And this is kind of interesting because I'm also not originally from YouTube. I came from Mixer. I streamed there for 4 years, was a partner there, was one of the biggest variety channel on the platform with hundreds and thousands of viewers. Then I moved over to Twitch, got partnered there in a week. And well, then I realized that Twitch is totally not the place where I want to be. And I moved over to YouTube, and well, here I am, starting new and trying to find the ways of a content creator on YouTube. Now, we talk mostly about live streaming here. I know I'm also doing a lot of videos like this one, but most of our topics are actually about live streaming and what you can learn, what you can do better, and what is definitely different here on YouTube than, let's say, on Twitch or Facebook Gaming or wherever you are coming from. So today we are talking about copyright. What a wonderful topic, isn't it? Yeah. Unfortunately, as a content creator, copyright is always a looming thing over your head. And you never really know when it will strike you. And if you're a good content creator, you are trying to evade it as much as possible. But at some point, you will get hit by it, and it's good to be prepared. If you have heard it, last week, Twitch was actually hit by a lot of DMCAs. No, not YMCA. That's something very different and much more fun than DMCA. DMCA stands for Digital Millennium Copyright Act, and as a US law, well, we all have to follow, even though if you're not living in the US, because most of the companies are in the US, and well, they have to follow the law. You're on the platform, so you're also on the US law. It's a little bit annoying, but it is how it goes. And what that means is that a lot of content creators got hit by mostly the music industry for copyright infringements. So they have played their music on their stream and they didn't have a license for that. Now, there is but one problem. Now you could say, okay, well, then just don't play music on your stream, right? No. The problem is music is everywhere. And music is in your games. And believe it or not, sometimes the music in your game, you might have the right to listen to that music in the game, but you don't have the right to restream that music. So, yeah, even as content creator, if you're just playing a game, you can end up with copyright infringement of listening to that music in the background. A wonderful example for that is always Star Wars games. Yeah, you won't believe how many John Williams copyright claims I'm getting on Star Wars games because there's always like some tune which John Williams owns, and then copyright holders are super quick telling me, hey dude, that's our stuff, give us money. So it's not as easy as it sounds. It's a very, very problematic thing. And right now, that leads us to the biggest problem on Twitch right now. Twitch doesn't really have a system in place. Because for years, nobody did care. The music industry never heard of Twitch. They never really did know, like, how much money is there to be made. And now they just figured it out over the last few years, and they're like, I want that money. Give me money. And Twitch has no systems in place. The good thing is, let's talk about YouTube, because this is not really a Twitch podcast, but a YouTube podcast. YouTube, thankfully, has a system in place for, oh my gosh, 8-9 years for a while, because of course YouTube was hit by DMCAs very quickly, right? Like YouTube was mostly used at the beginning as a place where you can just upload copyrighted music, and a lot of people did that. And then of course YouTube also evolved and became more, and they thankfully found a solution with the copyright holders of said music. Now, to make something very clear, just because YouTube has a system in place, that doesn't mean that they can still DMCA you. they can still hit you with that. That doesn't mean just because like somebody copyright claims the music in your video and gets the money from that. That doesn't mean that they couldn't theoretically go in your channel and say, okay, I DMCA claim this music piece. They could give you a copyright strike. Still, they won't, because let's be honest here, in the end, they only want one thing, and that is money. And as long as they're getting the money, he's stopping people, right? But technically, they still could. And there's still some companies out there who are doing it, especially what I have learned over the past years, Japanese copyright holders. Like, they are still very strict when it comes to uploading music. Especially anime music seems to be like the intro of some like animes. They are not holding back. Like, I have seen channels disappear overnight because they were just going through those anime intros and were like DMCA, 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 and he's gone. Like, they're not holding back. So technically DMCA still exist. But the good thing is YouTube has a system. How does this system work? Well, I think the best solution to that is actually showing it to you. And by the way, one thing which I don't like on YouTube at all is that you can use a dark mode on YouTube. And that dark mode just doesn't work on YouTube Studios. So this is why it becomes so white and you are like, ooh, wow, what is going on with your face? Just the whiteness, which hits me right now. But this is a wonderful example for a live stream I had today. So how does this whole system work? Well, you see, live streams thankfully don't get claimed on YouTube. It's the VOD which is getting claimed afterwards. So your live streams on YouTube are safe, which I cannot say for Twitch right now. We didn't had any copyright strikes on Twitch for live streams yet, but apparently the system is in place and it could happen at some point. But on YouTube, it doesn't seem to happen. What does happen though was a live stream I had today, and well, I had some music running in the background and it got claimed quickly. So first things first, the content ID claim on your video does not affect your channel because, well, I didn't got DMCA claimed. It is still public, but I cannot monetize it anymore because the copyright holder of this says, dude, I want your ad revenue. Now, this is very interesting. The music you see here is actually in-game music. This is from the game Ghost Runner, which was running in the background, and apparently that music is owned by somebody, the creator, which is Daniel Deluxe, and he now wants the money. And I had no option to deactivate that besides of deactivating the music in my game. And I didn't know about that. So you see already where the issue lies, right? It's not that I played just some third-party music in my channel. I was just playing a game and I got claimed. Now, the good thing is on YouTube, there are a few options you can take here. And you can just click on, well, it's processing right now. Well, that is a wonderful thing. That's what we call the, hey, let me show you something, and then it doesn't work. Don't you worry about it. The good thing is I have a few copyright claim videos. In this case, it's actually a trailer I watched on one of my videos. You can see it here. Yeah, it's the new Animaniacs. I know. But we watched the trailer. So I can trim out the segment. I can actually dispute it if I can say, hey, you have no right to basically claim this. And I could, because I basically reviewed it, and then it isn't. That is not really an argument I want to start. I find that very annoying, so I don't dispute it. I could trim out the segment, or if it actually is something music related, I could also mute it or cut out the specific music. Let me see if I can actually show you something from music very quickly here. Oh yeah, this is wonderful. This is actually the intro music I played. So yeah, that was the party music I played. And you can see I can trim out the segment. I can replace the song with something else, which is really, really nice. YouTube has a list of music pieces you can play, and you could just replace it on the fly. And you say, hey, it's my intro music, right? Let's replace it there. Or you could mute the song even. So YouTube is actually giving you a lot of option, and it seems like Twitch doesn't. Twitch is really just like, you better make sure your music, wherever it's coming from, is not copyright claimed. And that's not really helpful. I know a few content creators who play no third-party music whatsoever in their live streams on Twitch. Like zero. The only thing they are doing is playing video games. And they are always also asking like the developer if it is okay to play their music. And they got hit by this DMCA strikes. So YouTube actually has a system in place which protects you a little bit better. That doesn't mean you are completely immune against copyright strikes, right? It can still happen. But when you are careful and when you are trying to evade most of the music, you are actually better off on YouTube than on Twitch. And I know I cannot believe that I'm saying this, especially because YouTube was always the place where people were complaining about all the DMCA and all the issues they have with it. And now, after all this, well, DMCA apocalypse, which happened on Twitch, YouTube looks actually rather fine. Because there's still a lot of stuff you can do about it. And, which is most important, you can dispute it. Like, if you believe you have the rights or you have a very particular reason to actually utilize this content for your content, you can still dispute it. And that is a very important right. Twitch apparently is not giving you right now. And it's just so weird. So, yeah, if you are somebody who is afraid of being copyright striked for your music, I can say live streams are not getting copyright striked. I haven't seen anything. I never got any claims on my live stream. The only time I got claims on them, as you have seen, is when they become a video. And then the worst thing which ever happened to me was somebody saying, hey, I want that money. So that's basically like the worst thing which can happen to you. But I never had to delete any of my VODs. I don't have to fear that I wake up any morning and have like 3 copyright strikes on my channel and then my channel gets closed down, right? And I think that that security to have and not to worry about it too much is actually one of the very important things a content creator needs. So YouTube is definitely an option when you're looking for that. If you're, of course, let's say like an esport player and the only thing you're doing is playing League of Legends, Counter-Strike or whatever, like you never have to fear about that, right? But if you are somebody who also plays a lot of story content or some like bigger games who have sometimes some copyrighted music in it, then YouTube right now seems to be the safer place. Again, I can't believe I say this after all these years, but that's how it goes. However, our time is over here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like the show, don't forget to like. And if you're new to the channel, this is your first time seeing this, thank you so much for watching. I would appreciate if you consider to subscribe to the channel. And we are releasing at least 1 video per day, if not even more. And we always have a live stream from Monday to Friday, starting at 8 a.m. ET, which is 1 p.m. UK time and 2 p.m. Central European time. And we also talk about gaming news and playing the newest video games. Beta, early access, indie, AAA game, doesn't matter. We play them all. So again, Thank you so much for watching, and keep in mind, stream red. See you then.